I just did something absolutely insane. We're standing in what used to be one of the busiest airports in the world, and it's completely empty. This isn't a movie set. This is the shocking new reality for air travel in the United States. Overnight, new government tariffs sent ticket prices soaring and people just stopped flying. America's biggest airports, LAX, O'Hare, Atlanta, are now ghost towns. But here's the twist. Millions of travelers didn't disappear. They're flocking to 8 surprising new airports you've probably never heard of as major hubs. We're about to show you the 10 hardest hit airports, the empty terminals, and reveal where everyone's going. Let's get into it. We begin our journey at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, commonly known as DFW. This sprawling hub once thrived as a bustling fortress for American Airlines, a key player in the aviation industry. Today, however, it stands eerily silent, a shadow of its former self. Once a fortress hub for American Airlines, it's now eerily silent, echoing with the absence of travelers. The international terminals, especially Terminal D, are deserted, with only the occasional echo of footsteps breaking the silence. High-end shops that once attracted travelers with their luxury goods are shuttered, their windows dark. Moving walkways once bustling with hurried passengers now stand still, and the vibrant energy that once filled the air has vanished. Airlines have drastically slashed their schedules. Flights to major international destinations like Tokyo, Paris, and Sao Paulo are nearly extinct, a stark reminder of the global impact on travel. The tariffs imposed have made these routes prohibitively expensive, causing demand to vanish almost overnight, leaving ticket counters and currency exchange booths empty. We spoke to a baggage handler. He used to handle thousands of bags a day. Now he's lucky to see 100. His story is one of many, highlighting the personal toll of this downturn. Entire sections of the baggage claim area are shut down, a testament to the reduced activity and the airport's struggle to adapt. The human cost is staggering. Thousands of jobs are on the line, with airport staff facing an uncertain future. The worry is palpable among workers. Gates that once buzzed with travelers now sit empty, their jet bridges stretching to nowhere, a haunting image of inactivity. DFW was once a symbol of American connectivity, a bustling hub where people from all over the world converged. Now it stands as a monument to a bygone era, a silent witness to the changes that have swept through the aviation industry. And this is only number 10 on our list, a sobering reminder of the challenges facing airports across the nation. Next up, Chicago O'Hare, once the beating heart of the Midwest and a symbol of American connectivity. For decades it was the backbone of U.S. aviation, a place of constant, controlled chaos. Every hour, thousands of travelers rushed through its terminals, connecting Chicago to the world. Now that chaos is gone. The energy that once defined O'Hare has faded, replaced by an eerie stillness. The heart of United's global network is barely beating. Planes sit idle and the hum of activity has been replaced by silence. Departure boards are filled with cancellations. Each canceled flight is a reminder of how much has changed. Tariffs and travel bans have cut off O'Hare's lifeline to Europe and Asia, severing the vital international connections that once made this airport a global crossroads. With fewer international passengers, domestic connections are vanishing too. Airlines are slashing routes, and the ripple effect is felt across the country. Hotels and convention centers around O'Hare are empty. Once bustling with business travelers and tourists, these spaces now echo with silence. Taxi drivers sleep in their cars, waiting for fares that never come. The steady stream of passengers they relied on has dried up, leaving them in limbo. We met a cafe owner in Terminal 5. She had to lay off her entire staff. Her story is just one of many, as small businesses struggle to survive. Her business relied on the morning and evening rushes that no longer exist. The once crowded food courts now sit deserted, a stark contrast to the past. The iconic neon light installation now glows over empty corridors, its vibrant colors reflecting off polished floors that see few footsteps. O'Hare, once a place of hellos and goodbyes, just feels like goodbye. The emotional reunions and tearful farewells have all but disappeared. The scale of emptiness here is overwhelming. It's hard to imagine that this was once the world's busiest airport. O'Hare's silence is a citywide crisis in the making. The airport's fate ripples out, affecting jobs, businesses, and the very spirit of Chicago itself. We've landed at LAX, the gateway to Hollywood. The iconic theme building now feels like a relic. Tariffs severed LAX's ties to Asia and the Pacific. The Tom Bradley International Terminal, built for a 380S, is a ghost town. Gates for massive jets sit empty. The city's global vision is on hold. Fewer business travelers, fewer tourists. Even the paparazzi spots are deserted. We spoke to a pilot. His airline cut LAX flights by 70%. He's never seen it like this. The freeways to the airport are clear, but for tens of thousands who depend on LAX, the quiet is deafening. Hollywood's main stage is empty. Welcome to Miami International, once the vibrant gateway to Latin America and the Caribbean. Tariffs hit flights to these regions hard. Airlines rerouted, and the terminals are now sterile and deserted. Miami's economy runs on tourism, and with the airport in crisis, the city feels the pain. Hotels and cruise lines are struggling. We met a duty-free shop owner. Sales are down 90%. He's operating at a loss just to keep his lease. The South Terminal, once chaotic with families and backpackers, is now rows of empty check-in counters. Departure screens show mostly cancellations. The party is over. Miami's famous heat inside the terminal now feels like the cold sweat of economic fear. The city's fun and sun ecosystem is under threat. Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson, once the world's busiest airport, is now nearly empty. Its power came from being the ultimate connection hub, but tariffs attacked the very logic of its system. With international passengers gone, the hub-and-spoke model is collapsing. The plane train runs empty, the light show plays to no one. Atlanta's largest employer is in crisis. Concession stands are closing, contractors are laying off staff, and the region faces recession. From Concourse F you can see the skyline and rows of parked Delta jets that should be in the air. The ambition that built Atlanta's growth has been grounded. The world's busiest airport is now a fallen empire. It's a powerful, sobering sight. We're at Denver International, famous for its tent-like roof and wild conspiracy theories. Den was booming, connecting the coasts and building new international routes. Now those plans are in tatters. Flights to Europe and Asia have been slashed. Brand new international gates sit unused. Staff told us the silence is the hardest part. The Great Hall, once bustling, is now empty. Denver's isolation makes the loss even harder. The airport was a lifeline for business and tech growth. Now the long bridges and mountain views are backdrops for idle equipment and vacant gates. The mile-high city's airport has been brought low. In Seattle, SeaTac was the gateway to Asia. Now its biggest strength is its greatest weakness. Tariffs crush trans-Pacific routes. The new international arrivals facility, built for thousands, now sees just a few hundred a day. Seattle's tech giants, Amazon, Microsoft, are hit hard. Conferences are canceled, business deals stalled. We spoke to a barista, her hours are cut in half. The morning rush for Asia flights is gone. The airport's art and music play to empty halls. SeaTac's global outlook has turned insular. The gateway to Asia is, for now, mostly closed. The mood here is somber and uncertain. Down the coast at SFO, the gateway for Silicon Valley's capital and talent, the impact is undeniable. The international terminal, once packed, is now a shadow. The United Polaris Lounge is a ghost town. Tech companies are slashing travel budgets. A business-class ticket to Asia now costs as much as a new car. Meetings move to Zoom, conferences go virtual, and the flow of ideas is restricted. SFO feels like the physical manifestation of a tech bubble bursting. Optimism replaced by uncertainty. The sleek terminal is now cold and impersonal, echoing with emptiness. Orlando International, gateway to Disney and Universal, was built for fun, not business. Tariffs made dream vacations impossible for many. The magic has vanished from MCO. The airport, once filled with excited families, is now silent. Disney and Universal stores are empty. International tourism from the UK and Brazil has collapsed. Theme parks are reporting major drops in foreign visitors. A Magical Express bus driver told us he's gone from full buses to just a handful of families per trip. When the airport is empty, the entire region suffers. The magic is gone. Number 1 on our list, Newark Liberty International Airport. Once a bustling gateway to the world, Newark was a symbol of New York's relentless energy and global reach. Today, it stands as a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. Known as the workhorse of New York, Newark was a critical hub for United Airlines, handling millions of passengers each year. Now it feels more like a ghost town, its vast halls echoing with emptiness. The imposition of tariffs on transatlantic travel hit Newark especially hard, devastating its lucrative business routes to Europe and beyond. Flights that once connected continents now sit canceled, their absence felt throughout the airport. As corporations slashed travel budgets and cut back on international trips, the entire airport ecosystem began to unravel. Shops closed, lounges emptied, and the vibrant pulse of business travel faded away. While some passenger traffic shifted to newer, more modern hubs, Newark's terminals remain eerily empty. Flights are canceled, and the airport's operating budgets have been gutted, leaving staff and facilities in limbo. Terminal C, once the pride of Newark after $1 billion upgrade, is now filled with rows of iPads and high-tech amenities, but there are no customers to use them. We spoke to a bartender who told us he often has more staff on hand than actual customers. The restaurants and bars, once lively meeting spots, now sit mostly empty. There's a sense of gallows humor among the remaining staff, but beneath the jokes you can sense the anxiety and fear about the future. Newark's dramatic downfall is more than just a local story. It's a powerful symbol of how tariffs and global uncertainty have rewired the entire American travel landscape. To see a key airport serving the world's financial capital so deserted is a striking image, and it's clear evidence that we've entered a new, uncertain era for travel and business. So, where did all these travelers go? What happened to the crowds that once filled these halls? Stay with us, because we're about to reveal the surprising answer. 10 of America's most powerful airports have become ghost towns almost overnight. Travelers are flocking to 8 surprising new hubs, places like Anchorage, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati, now booming as airlines create new, tariff-avoiding routes. The travel map has been completely rewritten. Was your local airport on our list, or is it one of the new booming hubs? Let us know in the comments what you're seeing at your airport, and which cities you think will rise next. Subscribe for our next video from one of these new hubs. You won't want to miss what's coming next.